So now that we know about layoffs and rehires, certainly that is going to create issues with employee benefits. I don't know anybody better to address our next question than Tom Means from PCH Benefits. Tom is one of the foremost Southern California experts on the topic of employee and executive benefits, and he's dedicated to developing affordable, strategic, and compliant health insurance solutions for hundreds of small to mid-sized businesses. Professionally, he is both the founder and president of PCH Benefits, one of the largest employee benefit agencies in the greater LA area, as well as an MBA professor at Cal Lutheran, my alma mater, instructing on human resource subjects such as strategic recruitment and retention. His vast knowledge in insurance has resulted in a heavy complement of industry awards, including the 2016 Insurance Professional of the Year. Like all of us on this panel, giving back is very important to Tom, and philanthropically, he fulfills his desire to serve our community by holding leadership positions with a number of worthy causes, including a local sheriff's foundation and a local chapter of the Entrepreneurs Organization. Tom, I want to jump right in. We all want to know, if I'm now all of a sudden uninsured, can I still get a health insurance policy either through an individual market or by signing up at what used to be my job? What can I do?
Well, hey, Rich, thanks for having me. The answer is yes. It's never been easier to get a health insurance policy than right now. So it is, people just have to ask. And there are some timelines that need to be respected when signing up for these programs. So yes, if you're an individual, the government has allowed you to sign up for Cover California for an individual plan or a family plan, extended out even through June now. And there's a special enrollment period, and the window's closing, so you got to get a hold of your employer pretty quickly. You can sign up to on your employer's medical insurance plan, even if you turned it down at open enrollment a few weeks or months, or even if it was close to a year ago. There's a special period of time, but all those windows are closing. And if you happen to have a business, and you and a partner, or maybe you have an employee, and you're like, man, I wish I'd started that health insurance business. You can start a health insurance plan for your business. You can start a health insurance plan right now. No problem. The first of the month. Matter of fact, you can get it in today, April 1st, and that's no April Fool's, Rich.
That's awesome. Hey, is there any truth to the fact that the insurance commissioner in California has issued a 60-day grace period on paying premiums?
I'm glad you asked. Most of our clients are asking that same question, and a number of outside people. Hey, the insurance commissioner came out and said, we don't have to pay insurance premium for 60 days, right? The answer is yes. The insurance commissioner said that, but that was a recommendation, not an order. And that has created a lot of confusion. If you're having trouble paying your insurance premiums right now, most of the insurance companies are being very flexible on a case-by-case basis. But we're talking a 30-day, very rarely are we seeing 60-day deferment of payment, and the payment will be due then at the end of the period of time. So yes, that is absolutely out there. That is a statement the insurance commissioner made, but it is not being enforced on a regular, it's not being enforced by the insurance commissioner, and therefore the regular folks like you and me and our businesses are not receiving 60-day automatic deferments of payment.
So for those of you in other states that have insurance commissioners that are also politically voted in, you might want to give some careful scrutiny to what they may or may not be saying, is what I'm hearing.
Indeed. Every insurance commissioner is handling it a little differently, and every insurance company is handling it a little differently. The important part is that your broker cannot call for you. They want the individual or the business to call in directly and plead their case. So start dialing and listening to some insurance company hold music if you want to get 30 days off.
Yeah, that sounds great. It's always nice to have some uplifting music. So Tom, now as a business owner, and now that I've got Renee helping me, right, to reduce employee hours or lay people off or furlough them, can I still provide them with the health insurance benefit?
Yeah, great question. And this is where Renee and her legal expertise are absolutely correct. And the insurance world goes a different direction. So the insurance world doesn't care if it's a layoff, if it's leave, if it's a furlough. Essentially what they've come out and said, and it is carrier by carrier, but most insurance carriers or insurance companies are saying, go ahead and leave people on. We're not going to check. We're not going to ask you if they maintain full-time employment. So long as the premium gets paid, we'll continue to offer that health insurance plan to the people that are eligible. But as Renee pointed out, be careful not to discriminate and only offer health insurance to the people you like, as opposed to offering it to all people in a particular class.
Boy, that'd leave me in a pickle. So here's something I want to know. I think there's a whole new class of prejudice that's being established out there right now. In that, I just went and got a sandwich for lunch, and as I'm waiting in line, there happened to be somebody right in front of me in scrubs. Um, like, hey, appreciate what you're doing, but please, 6 feet is good. If I need to go to the doctor, the hospital, but I'm scared about potentially getting exposed to other sick people there, do you have any suggestions there? Any advice in the industry you're in?
Sure. Not being a medical professional myself, it's commonplace and common sense that you certainly don't want to end up at a medical treatment center. If they are even willing to see you, you could be catching something that somebody else has. That's where all the sick people go. Um, Virtual or online health insurance or health visits are we'll call it all the rage. There's a number of different companies. Your insurance company has probably partnered with one or has their own system that allows you to interface face to face with a doctor. Now, hold times are a little longer than they usually are, but in a typical time, you're looking at seeing a doctor from the time you log in less than 3 minutes. Right now, we're seeing anywhere between 3 to 10 or 15-minute wait times for some of our carriers, and other carriers are instant. You get straight in, you get to be face to face with the doctor. They get to ask you all those questions. If you happen to wear a Fitbit or an iWatch, they can measure your pulse. And you can show them with video, if there's a rash or an infection, or if you have a concern. So it's really, really effective. We used it in our family. Our company uses it. And if you have any questions about where you can go for an online visit, so you don't have to go be face to face with a doctor just to find out if you're sick or not, you're more than welcome to reach out to our office. Anybody that answers the phone would be able to help you. And I personally be happy to help anybody that's related to Avalon.
Awesome. Listen, health insurance is such a big deal right now. I want to make sure we get enough time here to talk about all of it. You know, um, in the interest of time, maybe the next two questions, just, quick answers. I've got to stay home now, right, because of the coronavirus. What about my disability insurance? Is there any way to get some pay from that policy in this environment?
The answer is maybe. Uh, just because you can't come to work doesn't mean that you're disabled. And whether or not it's a quarantine, a self quarantine, a medical leave, et cetera, it all has a different meaning to a disability company. Unemployment and disability are not the same. That's commonly confused. But the answer is maybe. And if you have something COVID related or otherwise related that you are disabled and not able to work, that is when you can file a disability claim.
Right on. And then lastly, and I'm sure if they can, I know exactly who they should call, but as a business owner, and if I have the ability or the concern for my own family from cheaping out perhaps on my insurance coverage, if I want to upgrade my insurance plan now, can I?
So individual upgrades are virtually impossible right now. So you have an individual plan, probably not. But if you have a company plan, yes, there are some strategies and tactics that you can improve your plan. And we've seen a lot of that. People that had base level, catastrophic, bronze level coverage that say, I'd really like to have that platinum level plan now. The first of the month, there's a lot of ability to make those changes. There's some paperwork involved, but it is possible. Thanks for the time, Rich.
Yeah, thanks, Tom, for sharing all that great information. Um, so yeah, it really is fascinating where we're at with all this. There's so much going on. So since